All right, so this is take two because I got interrupted by a paying customer. So, I have to balance, do I want to get paid by customers or do I want to make YouTube videos for free that no one will watch? So, here's take two. So, I want to talk about how customers have selective hearing and how a technician's ignorance is going to end up really harming the business. And so this is a great example here. This customer had dropped off their computer yesterday. And so they were having a problem. They had taken it to another computer shop, which is fine. There's a computer shop at every corner, every intersection, whatever. That doesn't matter. But he took it to another computer shop, and they told him that they would be able to fix his webcam problem. He needed to do a video conference meeting, like everyone is right now, and the webcam wasn't working. So he took it to a computer shop, which is, a good first step. They told him, oh, yeah, we can get that working. And then they made the promise that they would be able to get this webcam to work again. Well, apparently they kept it for 3 days. I'm on day 2 now, and they were not able to get it working. And they just charged him the basic labor fee and told him sorry. So he had brought it here. And so when he brought it here, he basically told me that. He took it to another place. They said they will fix it. Then they didn't fix it. They charged him, and he left. That's how you get a not happy customer. That is the prime example of a not happy customer. So now I have him. How am I going to make him a happy customer? So when you're a problem solver or a technician or somebody who fixes things, say I'm a repair guy. So when people start explaining their problems to you, it instantly starts firing all the neurons in the back of the head saying, oh, if this is their problem and they've already tried this, or this is their problem and they tried to download more RAM, of course more RAM is not going to fix a webcam problem. But all these things are going on in the back of your head as the customer saying their 3 sentences or 4 sentences about how they would fix the computer if they were in your shoes. Of course, that's probably not how it would actually be fixed. Otherwise, they would be in your shoes and you wouldn't be in a job. So, this customer came in with, or this one came in with a webcam problem. And if you talk to me outside, so like you're a friend or, someone I actually talk to, you'll know that I'm not usually very confident on the hard syllables, or I don't know the hard syllables, but I'm not ever definitive. So it's like, yeah, I think I can, or possibly, or theoretically. One of the big words I like is theoretically. So, this should theoretically fix it, but it probably won't. And by using these non-definitive words, you really help keep the customer from the wishful thinking. So when the customer comes into your store and says, hey, my webcam doesn't work, can you fix it? Not, oh yeah, I can fix that. Because that is like a hard fact. That's a hard stop fact. And says like, oh, so that might be a driver issue, or it could be a bad cable, or the webcam could be burned out. But I'd have to take a look at that. I don't really know exactly what it is without getting my hands on it. By saying it like that, you're preventing the wishful thinking. And the wishful thinking from a customer is a really bad thing. Now, you don't want to make them think that you can't fix it. You can be like, oh no, I've never touched a webcam before. I have no idea how that works. You really shouldn't leave it here. If you do something like that, the customer is not going to leave their computer. They might not be a mad customer or an angry customer because they would never been a customer to begin with. So you need to make sure that when you talk to people, you only say definitively what you definitively know for sure, 100% factual. Otherwise, you're going to get the wishful thinking, and that's going to create the angry customer. So one thing I've tried now is I took out their hard drive, I stuck in a new drive, and installed a clean copy of Windows, and the webcam worked instantly. That tells me that it's not a hardware problem. So I know it's a software problem. And now I'm able to go a little farther, and I've pretty much figured it out. I've just got to do it now. So this customer is going to get their computer back within 24 hours of me holding it, instead of 3 days that they held it and weren't able to fix it. Not because I'm a better technician, but because of that wishful thinking I prevented the customer from having. He's not on me as hard. And I told him, like, yeah, I mean, I don't know what the problem, I know what the problem is, but I don't know why that problem is occurring. I don't know what's causing that problem. And if you just leave it here with me for a day, I'll go ahead and take it apart and I'll start troubleshooting it. And by the end of the troubleshooting, I should be able to know what it is. Otherwise, there's no fee. I do if I can't fix it or I can't find a viable solution for you, I don't charge. If you're not happy with any kind of solution I can give you, then that's fine. And that's not part of the never being 100% happy. That's, well, of course I could fix his computer's webcam problem if I just gave him a new computer, but that's not a real viable solution for most people. That's not a solution, that's a replacement. And so I can't say, oh yeah, I could fix it, it's just going to be $300 for a new computer. That doesn't make any sense. So I wouldn't charge him. But if I'm like, oh yeah, it turns out it's a webcam hardware problem and the board burned out by leaving the camera on for 2 months straight or something, a new webcam is going to cost $12 in parts and then my labor fee. If he says no to that, then I charge him just the labor fee and be like, all right, I spent this much time in it, I gave you a viable solution, you denied viable solution work, you get a labor fee and you're off on your way. The only downside to that, of course, is where is the line drawn? Thankfully, I get to draw that line. It's all on the front counter. But it's one of those things you got to watch out for, is that you never want a customer be wishful thinking, because wishful thinking customer pretty much always leads to a bad customer. I mean, there's that small sliver that customer will be happy. But why create that small sliver to begin with if you can prevent it by simply telling them what you actually know? If you try to oversell yourself and be like, oh yeah, I can fix that webcam problem, it's nothing at all, it's going to take me 4 hours or something, and it's going to be this much. They expect it to take 4 hours and it take this much. Even if you're just estimating, if you don't actually say that you're estimating and you don't go do that extra step and say, so I think it's going to be this, but I'm not really sure, and there's no way for me to know exactly what's going on with your webcam until I can get my hands on it and start diagnosing it, and I'll give you a call as soon as I figure it out. By doing something like that, you prevent that wishful thinking, and it creates happy customers. And that's pretty much the basis of all these videos that I've done so far, is how to keep a happy customer or how to prevent having angry customers. So hopefully this little 7-minute video helps you out, and try to use non-definitive words when you don't have a definitive solution. And that's pretty much it. I'll see y'all next time.